And now I'm back. Some more Sherlock Holmes. Let's see how well it goes for me today, because sometimes this game makes me feel real dumb. But that's okay. And you know how rage-inducing the combat is for me. We'll see how it goes, you know? Maybe it won't be too bad. We could be hopeful. Sherry. All right, I don't remember what we were doing last time, so, oh, we had finished doing something. So there's this case, eel hunting, which is a case from Mycroft. Or we can do the Muse from Abroad. You know, I think I'm going to do the Muse from Abroad. We'll go talk to Vogel. My dear Sherlock Holmes, as you no doubt have already guessed, I would like to invite you to experience my art exhibition, not only for the purpose of the contemplation of beauty, but in a more general need of your genius. You will find the gallery at the Caravanserai, at the crossroads of Bazaar Road and Hermes Avenue in Old City. Always your friend, VV, which would be Vernon Vogel. So, Bazaar Road and Hermes Avenue in Old City. We are in Old City. And I actually think we have been near the Caravanserai. Yeah. So that's where we're going. It's probably this fastest one. What are we wearing? Oh, right. Navy officer uniform. Let's go back to our... Yeah. What's John wearing? He's a little sailor boy. Let's go back to our suits. And we want to go east. This big building over here. Yes. No. Not that door. Obviously, it would be the front door. Silly me. Okay. Oh, this is very pretty already. Coat check. Nobody's here. Oh, cutscene.
Mr. Holmes, you came. Oh.
What's with the lighting?
Though now, of course, I realize it is because of my game, not the rugs in this play. It needn't be one or the other. Your man's disguise was easily debunked, Mr. Vogel, but I shall admit that you planted in me with sort of curiosity. Ah, terrific! I have no doubt you put the pieces together. Let us call it an opening gambit before the real game begins. So,
You playing games?
Game of yours. What's it about? An enigma to solve. A locked area in the basement with no windows found brutally vandalized.
Why did he say brutally like that?
What about this intrusion? What happened? Last night, I was about to leave the gallery when I heard a noise downstairs. I went to the basement, but I didn't see anything out of the ordinary. It was admittedly a rudimentary inspection. It is not uncommon to so seeing nothing of note, I left and locked up the building. When I returned this morning, alas, I discovered that part of the exhibition had been torched. There was no sign of the intruder. The mystery being, of course, that all the doors to the gallery were locked exactly as I left them. And the door to the basement is the only entrance. Correct. Tell me you're not intrigued.
What is going on with the side of his face?
And this locked area downstairs, what exactly was it?
His hair is like fuzzing in and out over there.
Shut, and I'm the only one with the key. Ah, so this is your private collection, not part of the gallery. Oh no.
It's weirding me out.
Exhibition of eccentric pieces. Only a select cadre of artists, investors, and collectors are admitted. Not everyone deserves to have an advisor. Well, this matter is certainly within my wheelhouse. This intrusion.
We gonna get paid? Because I need more money for furniture.
The under gallery is through the door at the end. I will see what I see.
But first, I want to look at this artwork. That's, oh, it's a big fish. Interesting. The Yellow Christ, Paul Gauguin. I wonder if these are real works of art. I don't recognize any of them so far. I'm not, admittedly, not super into art. Like I don't spend my time reading up on art history. Love and Pain as Vermunch. Guardian Spirit of the Waters, Odilon Redon. Pope Formosus and Stephen VI, Jean-Paul Lorenz. I imagine they are real pieces of art. Grave of a Suicide Victim, Wilhelm Kotarbinsky. Wow. Well, like, first let me look at the art. The Luncheon on the Grass, Edouard Manet. Just do picnic in the nude. All right, you know, you do you. Who am I to judge? I got nothing. But Bollington from Behind, Charles Chatney. What's over here? The stairs. That's where I have to go. Can't go upstairs. Before I do that, we need to see the rest of the art.
Sure you don't like art, Sherry?
I'm looking at it, John. The Apparition, Gustave Moreau. I wish the sculptures had little placards to read. The Origin of the World, Gustave Courbet. Ah, it's covered with the fern. Listen, I don't see anything wrong with it. Okay, we're back in here. Okay. Alright, we've seen the art. Art's good. Love it. Love to look at it.
Back home, we've got a taxidermist. He's gonna have a heart attack when he sees what I bring him.
What the fuck? Taxidermist. The AC Swinburne room. Oh, because he's down here. Oh my god. It's a shark?
A simplistic attempt at provocation.
That's horrendous. They call that art? That's horrendous. Alright, a bed. Does he stay here maybe? A shovel and coal?
Old. It hasn't been used for a long time.
I mean, the handle does not look like it's sturdy. Footprints, 29 inches. 24
The left
inches.
step's length is shorter than the right. It indicates that the walker was lame.
Lame meaning, of course,
Closed with a metal bolt.
that he's injured. Magnet filings. Came in through the coal chute.
9.5.
Used a magnet to undo the lock there, the clasp, whatever.
True artist never shows an unfinished piece.
It's a raven
Sherry,
thing.
how about some company in that dreary chamber of yours?
Leave my loneliness unbroken, John.
So been slightly moved. And a handprint. Someone was hiding in the coffin?
Handprint of the thing from another world. Plus it looks fresh, and its coal origin ruins the effect of the extra mundane.
Coal, okay. So he came in through the coal chute. I like this painting.
Sodden and mold-ridden. One presumes deliberately.
Oh, Wild Room. Oh, Oscar Wilde? Frame is empty.
Sheer vandalism. Only an ignorant person could do such a thing.
Pow Mal. Mal Pal? Instead of Pow Mals?
Coal fingerprints. I think we're looking for a man with a coal moustache.
Look for a man who came down a coal chute. Alright, that's nothing. This is a dead end. Chain is fragile for paintings. Well, that makes sense. Hang paintings on them. So I can already do it, but I haven't looked at everything yet. So shrooms.
Parasites of creativity, or just a reflection of the artist's recreational interests.
Vogel doing shrooms.
Still
Ugh.
devouring his son. Grim composition.
That's
Unflinching.
awful.
Beautiful.
Did I get everything here yet? Let's see. Maybe I have to do this first. Okay. Oh, right. We need to do our Mind Palace. I can't connect those things. Even though we found coal on it. So, in A.C. Swinburne's room, we located a coffin with a skeleton inside, which had been slightly moved. On the coffin lid, someone left a coal handprint. Coal hatch in I.Y. Franco's room was bolted closed, but on the inner side of its door, we found fresh scratches with magnet filings. Inside the hatch, someone had left several footprints. Coal footprints trail had been left on the floor in I.Y. Franco's room. The left step is shorter than the right, which indicates lameness. Most of the paintings in O. Wilde's room have been removed from its hangers. A pile of ashes from burned paintings lies on the floor, but one of the frames appears to be empty. Near them, we found a Malpal cigarette butt with a coal fingerprint. Okay. Let's see what we see. Come on, John. Okay, so this guy... Do we think he entered? Or... Oh. Oh, we're trying... So we could think that Vogel faked it? Okay, that's... I don't think that Vogel did this to his own. Well, let's see how this goes.
You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
Okay. Coal prints on the lid. In the inner side of the hatches door, found scratches with filings. What's our option here? That he faked it? I don't think he faked it though. Oh, that's all it was.
He used a magnet to open the hatch bolt. He accidentally pushed a shovel to the floor. Vogel heard the noise. At the sound of his approaching footsteps, the intruder hid inside. When Vogel entered the basement, he failed to notice anything strange and left without properly checking. The intruder waited until Vogel had left the caravanserai before burning the paintings in Wilde's room. But the vandalism was a cover for the theft.
Nailed it! Okay, I haven't found everything, it says. But I wonder if that's because I haven't talked to him yet. Let me do that. But...
The pieces are not what I expected. What do you think my collection's about? reflection on mortality. Nothing lasts forever, no beauty sustains itself, and everything succumbs to darkness. Am I right? I don't know. But that's absurd. Of course you know. It's your gallery.
There is no one answer, no singular truth, but many filtered through the subjective mind. Forgetting, embellishing, lying sheep. Besides, what's wrong with a lie if it makes life more interesting?
What's wrong with a lie? It corrupts the ability of others to behave freely and rationally.
I also don't lie. A hard time with it.
It matters not what is or isn't in the end. The only important thing is how you feel. And I simply want to feel and consume as much as I can.
Don't you? Feelings are simply one's
Oh, so it's about
straight
decadence then.
Rest back control of the brain. I try to avoid distraction.
You try not to feel. Even
I'm
in
not
ways like
hyper
this.
artistic.
None of it moves you.
To be frank, I struggle to maintain even a whit of interest in art.
But Mr. Holmes, it is joy incarnate. Mankind's greatest
Like his suit. Teal.
Mankind's highest achievement above all others is objective and rational.
I see then, Mr. Art, for it means whatever you want it to.
Or perhaps, Mr. Vogel, I was wrong.
Huh?
Mr. Vogel, my investigation has revealed that the intrusion was not merely vandalism but theft. The limping visitor left your place with a canvas.
That's very impressive.
The intruder entered the basement through the coal chute. He used a magnet to open the latch and dislodged the shovel while doing so. That's the noise you heard yesterday. When you went downstairs to investigate, he hid in the closet.
Seems I should have checked the space more thoroughly.
Oh, yeah.
The fire was a clever attempt to hide a stolen painting, even if it didn't fool me. I found the remnants of an empty frame in the pile of ashes. The canvas had been removed. Do you know which paintings in the wild room may have interested a thief? Were any particularly expensive?
Those pieces belong to a well-known artist named Boniface Mercurio. They're controversial, but not of a notably high value.
This thief was familiar with the gallery and he was sporting a limb. Do any of your clients or artists come to mind?
My, your attention to detail is remarkable, Mr. Holmes. I should introduce you to Bosch's works. Alas, I'm afraid I cannot suggest a culprit.
There's something more, is there not? I can see it in your eyes.
Indeed. There is another intriguing angle. I recently received an anonymous offer for one of Mercurio's works. The sum was more than fair, and indeed could have saved Mercurio from his artistic poverty. But he declined.
Was it a performative whim? Some artists lionize pain and hardship as if their work would be worse after a meal and a hot bath.
I cannot tell. But not only did he refuse the deal, he insisted on displaying the painting in the public space. I was hoping to change his mind, but artists are a special breed of stubborn.
What was depicted in the piece?
A bound woman, wrapped in robes, being penetrated by a red devil that stared at us, the viewer. The beast had numerous tails growing from its back, and a large crowd gathered around the pair, silently watching the orgiastic scene.
Okay, well, given the nature of the other works on display, it's hard to see why that one stood out. What could possibly be its value?
The evaluation of art is very subjective, Mr. Holmes. After all, art is everything. The poem, the bruise, the beads of sweat on your beloved skin. Even a masterfully solved crime.
I'm not sure I see the connection.
Regardless, the painting was one of a series called The Sabbath Night in Cordova. The works depict sex, violence, and other controversial acts that life, for better or worse, contains.
See,
I'm not sure that you do, but that can wait for another time.
so where can I find Boniface Mercurio?
I know he lives somewhere in Old City, but couldn't be more specific. He's a prominent figure, so finding him shouldn't be a problem.
Like it's not an enormous area.
To begin. Thank you, Mr. Vogel. Your gallery certainly has unexpected depths.
I'm delighted you've been able to please a friend. In return, I expect you to come back with good news. Or at least with a good story.
Okay. Okay, all evidence. That's what I was waiting for. So we need to use this to go look up his address. That's just what we told him. And this is a description of the painting. Okay, so we need to go out. And we need to go to the city hall and see if we can find a record. Into the archive. Okay, so we want a citizen. Old City. No, not this one. Legal documents? No. A prominent person. Maybe I want... Y'all making fun of me? Yeah. Yeah. Old City. I don't know. Maybe I don't want the records. I would have thought that I did. What are my other options? The newspaper and the police station. And I don't think the police station is the answer. Maybe the newspaper. I don't think that's like... I would think that we're looking for his address, and so... That's why I went to the City Hall records, but I think this is the only one that offers us an option of like prominent people. Yeah. Celebrities. The Brawl at artist Sellout. The past week has brought us a new scandal regarding this local so-called artistic higher society. It all began at the painting Sellout named by local artists as the Dance of Decadence. The director of a publishing house, The Lion, Darren Turwick, broke the idyll by throwing a chair at a decadent artist, Boniface Mercurio. As Mr. Turwick said later, he did it because Mr. Mercurio brought dishonor to his name. The column writer graciously reminds the reader that recently Mr. Mercurio was spotted with Mrs. Turwick at a coffee shop. Scandal. Afterwards, an orchestra conductor, Kurt Gallagher, smashed a painting across Mr. Turwick's head to protect his friend Mercurio. A large brawl started, including a large number of the customers. After a protracted fight, the police arrived. All the high society brawlers were arrested and placed under guard for a week. What a breathtaking event it was. As your loyal personal advisor, I suggest that you obtain a souvenir from the Sellout. Unfortunately, it has since ended, but Boniface Mercurio himself invites our readers to visit his home and purchase one of his paintings. You will find him at the address Hermes Avenue between Scarlet Street and Olive Street in Old City. Okay, we have an address, which once we leave this building, I will look at. So we have Old City. I forgot where it was. Old City on Hermes Avenue between Scarlet and Olive. This is Scarlet. Hermes Avenue between Scarlet and Olive. To the artist. Go around the corner. Not this one. This one.
Excuse me, young man. Where do you think you're going?
Greetings, ma'am. I'm looking for the...
I don't care who you're looking for. You shall not pass. No visitors allowed.
I wish to buy a painting from Mr. Boniface Mercurio. Is he at home?
Dearie, tell me, because old age has made me blind. Did someone write Information Bureau on my forehead?
This bitch.
I'm not here to answer your
Get him.
questions. Entry is for residents only. If you aren't a resident, please leave, or I shall report you to the police.
Okay. So, I guess I'm not as tanned and unkempt as the bohemian artist. So, I need to change my wardrobe. What do I have? I don't have anything. Okay, let's see what I can get. I think I have a clothing, so if I go along, I wish I could jump, or mantle, would have done that. If I go along this street, there's a clothing store down here. I'll see what I can do. I don't think I have that much money, but that's, you know, we try.
Well, let's pick something that suits you.
Okay, so let's see what options we have. Merchant, criminal chic, bohemian. I think that's what we want. Oh, we have $100. When did we get that? Must have got it for the last one. Okay, well, what other options do we have? Messy hair. I think we need that too. I don't think we need any of this. The rest of that. Oh my gosh. We look so silly. But we look very similar to that guy now. Wait, was tanned an option? There was another.
Pick something that suits you.
Makeup. Artist's tan powder. We need that too.
A good choice.
Okay. Now we can go back. Is she gonna think that we're Boniface Mercurio? Even though, you know, I mean, our disguise isn't bad, but we don't look exactly like him. We don't have the facial hair. Do we think we need that? I just realized. I gotta go back. I don't want to have to do it again. It's alright. I'm trying to run through the city here.
Nice, affordable. Let's
Yeah.
pick something that suits you.
Facial hair. Designer stubble. I think. Oh, this one.
A good choice.
There we go. There we go. Honestly, though, it's a nice shirt. If he wasn't wearing it completely open to the belly button. I don't know what that's about, but I'm not a man. What do I know? Boom.
Boniface, sweet. Is that you? Old age does terrible things to one's sight. I didn't recognize you at first.
How are you, ma'am? I'm ashamed to admit that I've lost my key to your spare.
For heaven's sake. How many times will you do that, kid? Of course it is. You aren't.
Please accept my thanks.
I would rather accept your rent. You promised to pay me several weeks ago, and I'm still waiting.
I will pay you, I promise, very soon.
You'd better do, my dear, or else I'll just change them. And I won't fall for those cow eyes.
Get him, girl. this one. Oh. He did.
The blood has dried.
Oh, he's been dead for a
This style of
while.
painting. It is called expressionism.
Why is he on the roof? Why does Sherlock not think that's weird? Knife is missing. Blue cloth fibers.
I wonder where he got that fancy camera. Despite the overall tendency towards mess, you cannot sit with the drawer pulled out like this. Someone left it after searching. It appears the wine was truly awful.
And then gotta examine this guy. Throat slit.
The wound is precise. It was inflicted by a razor or a knife. Soaked in blood. It seems as if the puddle of blood was here before the rags. Judging by post-mortem rigidity, the body lay here for 1 or 2 days. A normal kitchen knife.
Well, he tried to fight back.
Could be the murder weapon.
Don't look at me like that, Sherry. I will not touch that dirty floor.
There's the pink one.
Red skin, tails on the back. Reminds me of Werder's description of the stolen painting. The photograph was not pulled out in time. Such a waste of material. Look at this, John. Isn't it our stolen demon?
What's it on the back? Okay. Sure, I didn't leave anything behind. I think I have to go talk to the landlady now. Oh.
Aunt May whiskey, brandy bucks. Quite a collection we have here.
Not seeing anything else to interact with. Oh, here we go.
The chest has been searched.
Hit him with the bottle. Hmm. Oh. is awful. Okay, so if he was in here, he came out with the bottle.
Mercurio was developing photographs when the
First
intruder
try.
snuck in. Mercurio heard him coming. While the thief was searching the chest, the painter ran towards him with a bottle in his hand. He smashed it across the thief's head. The intruder had no choice but to defend himself, and the weapon of opportunity happened to be a kitchen lamp. Mercurio stepped aside to grab the painting, but the wine-blinded thief attacked Mercurio's throat. When the thief came to his senses, he saw Mercurio bleeding on the floor. He grabbed the rags and tried to bandage him, but it was too late. Why did Mercurio attempt to snatch the painting in the middle of a fight? To strike the intruder? Not with his painting, it was too important to him.
Mind Palace! Okay, we gonna go ask the lady about what she heard. Okay, and then we don't have anything else there. Okay. Excuse me, ma'am. Let's go. Let's see. Is there anything else up here? I don't think so.
Do you know what makes a lady? Pale.
What if we make this one?
Do you know what makes a
No.
pale today?
Did I get everything here then? Let's remove that. Nope.
It's time
Oh.
for some chemical magic, John.
Hell yes, give me that. What are we making? 6 red, -10 green, and -3 blue. Okay, that's gonna be a lot. So we've got -5. We do this one and we make it and then we need wait, what if we do this one and we make it negative, and then we need one more green and one more blue, so we can go this one. Okay, and then we need 6 red. I don't have enough to, I do have enough to brute force it. I can just do this. 1, 2, 3, and then we combine it. 1, 2, 3, confirm. Managed to erase the blood by using chemicals. It's a still life painting of Mercurio's room.
That doesn't look like the painting we need, Sherlock.
As expected, but that doesn't mean it won't tell us anything. Let's put it on the easel where it belongs. I guess this is his most ordinary painting. Spot the two differences, John?
The skull is missing.
If the intruder didn't take it, the skull should be somewhere here.
Oh, that's a teapot. Where's the other one? Where's the skull? I don't see a skull there. There it is.
sprouting the devil himself.
Damn.
What were you saying, Sherry? I was too busy sketching the scene, you know, crimes and such like, daily routine. Did you find something?
A photograph. It depicts a man in a red suit with tails sprouting from his back and multiple people in masks watching the scene. The matter, the act of love. It wasn't given willingly, John. It's a violation. A girl. She was with child.
Give that to me now. Did you recognize someone?
No. Although the victim is not from Cordona, she is African. The ritual scars on her face.
Get that image out of your brain. You have to continue the investigation.
I must speak to the landlady. Perhaps she saw or heard something.
Sherry, you cannot tell her the truth about Mercurial. It will hurt her.
John, that's illogical. Sooner or later, she will come here and discover a corpse, and I still need to talk to her.
Just avoid mentioning corpse. Alright? Stick to the character. Tell her to call the police.
I'll take that into account.
And wait here. I've redrawn the people in the photograph. Now you can proceed with your investigation without those horrific...
Learn a little empathy, Sherlock. Alright, let's see. Sketch of the abuser. Poor thing. Redrawing of a pregnant girl. Okay, what do we got? Visitor might have wanted the photo. Okay. Let's go talk to the landlady. I'm with John on this one.
What's wrong?
No need to traumatize this lady.
Look like you've seen a ghost.
Can you tell me if anyone else has recently entered the flat?
You're talking about that limping man. I'm sorry I let him. I was scared. And I thought maybe he would motivate you to find money so that you would pay your rent. No offense, Steve.
Can you describe him?
Oh, so you weren't told. I was so certain you didn't leave your flat that day. He was of average height, had a limp, and a tattoo on his neck.
Oh, a tattoo on his neck.
Smoking Malpal cigarettes. My husband used to smoke those. They have a horrible smell I can recognize from a mile away.
Can I ask a favor?
Of course, Steve.
Please call the police and ask them to enter the flat, and don't look inside until they come.
What? What trouble have you stepped in this time?
It really doesn't matter. Thank you, Mum.
Perfect, gentlemen. Okay. So we won that. We know this is the same person. Okay. And now we need to, all evidence collected. Okay, now we need to,
Sherry, that was close. But you did everything correctly. Now, take off your outfit. I can't let you walk around in a dead man's clothes.
these are my clothes that I paid for, but fine. Okay, the like artist stubble is doing weird things to his face, so I'm going to. Oh, so that just went. Oh, wait, hold on. Thank you. That's better. Excuse me. It's just having it was having a weird like particle effect. Okay, so we want to go back to talk to Vogel. Oh, I can just go down Hermes Avenue. You can see it in the distance.
I'll leave the exhibition in its current state for a while. I'll call it The Art of Vandalism.
Oh, okay. So he's not going to tell us anything about that. So, what do we do now? In the painting, it describes a pregnant woman with tribal scars on her face. Maybe the police station? I don't know. Maybe I just have to wait and go back.
Would you like to report a crime?
I mean, I would. Alright, that's not helpful. So. She could, he said he didn't think she was a citizen. Which means I won't be able to find a record of her. So what do I do now? We have to go back over there and ask people outside. I don't know. Maybe I should be looking for the man. Hold on, let's just see if the police have come now. I can't go back in here. Okay.
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
You shouldn't have left your mansion. You won't get any answers from me.
Right. I don't know what to do now. Hold on, let's see. I just helped a woman deliver a baby. A little girl. When I returned, oh yeah, struggling in the archives. Almost wish it took longer. Yeah, you were complaining. Were it not for his master of disguise, Sherlock would almost certainly have been caught. Thank goodness he got away with it. That's not helpful, John. What if I ask Vogel about this picture instead of the other one?
I think I'll leave the exhibition in its current.
I don't think I can make another. I don't think I can bring the clues together. What to do? What to do? I guess I can go to.
Stay for a while. I'll call it The Art of Vandalism.
I can try and look her up. I have a feeling I'm supposed to ask people about her. Because, like, I don't remember what this symbol means. Let me see. Does it have inquire with people around you? Okay, so I need to go ask, I can't ask the landlady. And Vogel didn't have anything to say. So I need to wear a different outfit. Maybe if I do a policeman's outfit.
Do you know anything about this?
The only thing you policemen do is oppress my people.
Okay, not the policeman outfit. Noted.
May I ask for your assistance?
Sorry, I don't know the answer.
Okay, this outfit will work. We just need to get back down here. Is this the area?
Is this familiar to you?
Woman, don't bother me.
Time to check your who, what, and what, Sherry.
Yeah.
About what and dressed as what.
This guy looks like he wants to fight somebody.
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
I would be glad to help, but I can't.
Okay. Maybe... I don't know who to ask. I'm still, like, near... Oh. I was at the wrong door the whole time.
You're acting so strange to me. I hope someday you'll let me inside that head of yours.
Lol. Okay, I can't go back up there. And she doesn't have anything to say. Can't ask that kid.
Excuse me, just one question.
I would be glad to help, but I can't.
Could you help me?
Sorry, I don't know the answer.
Oh, I am bored.
Yeah, I don't
Call me
care.
when you find the answer.
Love to. Love to.
Can I ask you a question?
I hate to disappoint you, but I don't know the answer.
No one knows anything about this poor girl.
Can I ask you a question?
I'm small, but I know big things.
Ah! Scars on the girl's face seem to be from Muse ethnic group tribe. The only place where you can find Muse people in Cordona is the refugee camp located under Victoria Bridge between Scaladio and Silverton. Fuck yes, progress. Okay. Scaladio and Silverton underneath the Victoria Bridge. So we're gonna go north from this point. North. Fountain. Under the bridge. How do I get down there? This way? This way.
Beasts!
Awful. I can probably change my outfit back, so Whoops. I didn't even know he could fall down there.
They're completely livid.
First they come to our land, then they murder our people.
Can you satisfy my curiosity? Nothing I can tell you, sir, but others might know more.
Sir, this place is off limits to the public. Please state your business or leave, or I shall request that the police escort you out.
My name is Sherlock Holmes. I'm a private investigator. I'm looking for a witness for a case.
A private investigator? Really? Even so, you're not authorized. I can't let you in.
And you are?
I'm Ronald Harlow, here to handle the refugee situation on behalf of City Hall. I'm the acting supervisor, so I have full authority here to ask you to leave, or I shall order the police to detain you for trying to pass the blockade. Please, step.
Interesting. Slight moustache. He does seem rather young. Ronald Harlow is a depressed young clerk exhausted by his day-to-day job. City Hall has assigned him to oversee the refugee camp, but he is too tired and indifferent to solve the problems that arise. He has a scant mustache, which he thinks makes him look older. Pale skin and bags under his eyes suggest he's tired of his dark, cramped office, which he rarely leaves. Yet, judging by his clean and barely worn shoes, he does not favor the outdoors in any case. Sweaty palms suggest that Ronald is stressed. He might have worn fewer clothes considering today's weather. Or Ronald Harlow is a pale young clerk who tries his best to oversee a refugee camp assigned to him by City Hall. He is not very happy with such a responsibility, but he always does things by the book and executes all tasks he's given. However, he lacks the experience to deal with problems outside his writing desk. He is attempting to look older than his years by growing a scant mustache. Pale skin and bags under his eyes suggest he works at a poorly lit office, which he rarely leaves, judging by his clean and barely worn shoes. He craves to look authoritative by wearing smart clothes, but his look is out of place considering Cordona's weather. Sweaty palms suggest that Ronald is extremely stressed by being outside his comfort zone. I'm gonna pick that one. I don't know if it's right, but that's the one I'm gonna pick.
What about the murder this crowd keeps shouting about?
That's mere assumption. I assure you that the situation is under the police's control.
I know you want to deal with this in the right way. You are obviously a patient and a responsible person, but you clearly have never handled a situation like this before.
I am handling it, Mr. Holmes. Don't question my capability here.
And tell me how you do it. You can't even calm this gathered crowd, and as for the police, they're not quite managing it either, are they? You consider yourself a problem solver, but until today, you've been solving problems sitting at your desk in a dark corner of the city hall. Here, you need a more practical approach.
What are you driving at, Mr. Holmes?
I can help you to handle the situation if you're truly interested in solving things quickly and quietly.
And how exactly would you manage that?
Simply tell the police that I'm in the city hall and permitted to see. The rest. And in return, I need your help finding my witness. A young refugee. She's with child or was with child recently.
Look, there is indeed a dead body inside the camp. So even if the girl you are looking for is there, all the refugees are now being detained and interrogated by the police. They won't allow you to speak with them. And I can't do anything about that until the situation settles down.
So it's in our mutual interest to settle it.
Oh. I suppose that things are bad enough that I ought not shy away from help.
Yeah, man.
All right, Mr. Holmes.
No shame in getting help.
Come inside. Just tell me when you're ready.
Mr. Harlow, how did the refugees end up in such a place?
Oh, so you're not from around here yourself?
I've been away for some time. But I read the papers.
Yes. This whole story has been in the papers for almost a year now. It was smuggled to Bordeaux on a ship from Africa.
Smuggled? Why didn't you deport?
The smugglers managed to sneak them to shore and hide them inside an abandoned warehouse. When the police raided the warehouse and found the refugees there, the ship was already gone. We aren't even certain as to which ship it was. We have busy shipping routes with other colonies these days, you see.
So you decided to lock them up under a bridge.
There's no other option. We're still trying to work out what to do with them. I only hope we'll find a humane solution.
There was another option. You just didn't choose it. There's always more than one option.
Sounds like
You just might not like it.
What I do and what I am responsible for are two different realities, Mr. Holmes. On paper, I am in charge of the camp territory, security, provision, and the refugees in general. What I actually do most of the time is knock on every city hall door trying to obtain some funding, or at least rations for the camp.
The police here on City Hall's behalf too.
They are, minus those who came here after the body was found. The governor won't let the refugees disperse into the island, so there's a significant police presence guarding the camp. Naturally, they
Sad.
answer directly to the police. I have some influence here, but I'm not their direct authority.
Let's go in.
I'm ready to take a look at the scene.
All right. Go inside the camp and find Inspector Tewkesbury. He's the officer
Tewkesbury.
investigating the scene. Tell him I sent you. Say you're an independent expert from City Hall. He'll fill in the details for you.
I'll find my way with words.
All right, let's go.
They keep the refugees under a bridge to avoid the trolls. I wonder if that sounds so disturbed.
Who the hell are you? How did you get in here? Mr. Ronald Harlow let me in, sir. I'm Sherlock Holmes, a surveyor of refugee affairs with City Hall. You're Inspector Tewkesbury, I presume?
A surveyor? What does that even mean?
In short, I've been sent to conduct an extensive report on the incident for the Colonial Office and to assess all the damage inflicted on enslaved property.
Got it. Another paperworm sent to count money and get food for our night mob. Go on, look around, but don't make yourself too at home. If I didn't have enough problems before you appeared.
Could you first tell me
What happened? People from the bridge above it heard a woman screaming and saw a mass of refugees attacking her. You're a refugee. When the camp guards came by, the man was floating in the sewage canal with a knife in his chest. That, one more. Big news for Brawl.
I'm sure. Thank you, Inspector.
None of the refugees were harmed.
One fellow was practically lying over there near the kitchen.
You mentioned a woman.
Sorry, I keep getting distracted by my vacuum.
Is she harmed?
No, she's all right, but perhaps the whole debacle started because of her. She started waiting when the refugees stood up.
Listen, a victim is not to be blamed, sir.
Being questioned by my men, she's just some refugee. Understand much English?
Ugh. Hate it.
The fellow looks like a thug. Well, that doesn't look like him, fish gathered to see over the past 20 years. Ever since these refugees arrived, there have been people on Cordoba. My best bet is that this thug had something against them too.
And no clue as to his identity.
He had some items on his body, but
I think I should catalogue his possessions in my records.
go on. They're on the table near the door.
Do you have any suspects, Nick?
You're joking, right? I've got a whole camp full of suspects. If you ask me, this bloke had it covered. Better bury him and forget about the whole thing. And now there's a crowd gathered at it. My superiors say we must thoroughly interrogate the refugees. At least those who can understand their English.
Can you believe that your superiors wish to get rid of the refugees?
I think that both are superior. Still, why? Since that's an absolute luxury now, they're looking to protect their public image. That's why I have to waste my time waiting for our people to turn every stone and befriend every refugee.
That's a terrible attitude. I hate this guy. He's the worst. I'm gonna shut this door real quick. Mainly so I stop getting distracted by the vacuum, and also so it doesn't come in here because it's quite loud. All right. Well, in we go.
Here we go again. Number of hours on Cordoba. Stumbling upon another dead body. 0.
Clearly a left handprint here.
Clearly.
Someone bled profusely here.
Broken box.
Fresh crack, as if the crate was hit recently.
trail leading to or from the piano. A simple leather sheet. Perfect for a dirt. Mouth album, soaked with salt water.
Monies?
£1,000. A fair sum, especially considering British currency isn't very common in Quebec.
There we go.
A steel dirk, sharp. A common accessory among sailors and soldiers.
Interesting.
I'd say the blade penetrated upward, however the wound is too messy to be certain. An interesting tattoo. Does it mean something? Coal dust under the nails. I don't see much coal around here.
Okay.
Heavy boots, with one sole far more worn than the other. This man was limping John. Violent
That's our
death.
man.
This man, limping. Coal dust. I think we're onto something here, John.
Oh, we're onto something.
If they find out about the passage, everything will go wrong.
I don't know what that means. No. Okay, take refugees out and camp lockdown where. I'll wait for him to start over again. No. I don't know what that means. Okay. We're getting paid to take them out. Police officers are worried that the situation with the dead body will put the camp into strict lockdown and they will lose the money flow they were earning from their scheme.
Nobody will know anything if you keep your bloody mouth shut.
The coppers smell fishy, Sherry. Perhaps we should sniff around in the camp a little more thoroughly.
Don't just say it like that, John. It's weird.
Sherry, just look at this. Living quarters in a sewer. What kind of a genius bureaucrat came up with this idea?
One who doesn't care about the people there, that's for sure. Something I can interact with? No. Okay. Can't see? Can't see? Size 9 police boots.
Police boots. Always happy to... A man's footprint. A heavy boot with a worn-out sole.
That's our man. Anything else in here? Doesn't seem like it. Okay.
Carnelian agate beads, the traditional African adornment.
Blood.
The blood sprayed off the blade after the strike. No hint of blood or impact. It might have been used as an improvised weapon.
There's a lot going on here. A lot going on.
The cut is deep, potentially serious if not treated immediately. He is in shock, feverish and dehydrated.
Sherry, you know first aid. Surely you have a duty to help this man. You can't leave him to certain death.
Can I help him? I don't appear to be able to interact with him, so that sucks.
Someone was dragged against their will. You know what? I'd like to understand.
The refugees have been detained.
How did our dead man end up inside the
circumstances
circumstance place?
clarified.
Help me, please. A solid question.
Oh.
sir.
I need to switch my evidence. This one.
I don't have the answer. Could you help me? A solid
No.
question, sir.
Hold on, what does it say? Must concentrate on finding something to clean the wound, something to disinfect it, and something to use as a bandage.
Trying to check your who, what, and what.
Yeah.
Who are you asking? About what and dressed as what?
I'll use it to create a solution.
Okay. Got some water. Which we needed. Can't interact with any of this. Let's go back here. Oop. I knew this was going to be for something else.
I can use this to stop the infection from spreading. Nausea and stomach pain is not what it needs me.
There we go. Presumably
Just
clean.
wash. Better than nothing to bandage the wound.
Pants.
Place all the ingredients now to prepare the first aid solution.
Okay, so we need to do a chemical analysis. -2, 1, and 2. Okay, so if we do this one and then we flip it, that's what we need. And we need 1. So we take this, we go down 1, we combine. Success. Alright, we can help that man.
Thank you. This should make you feel better, my friend. Now remain lying down and drink as much water as you can.
Well done, Sherry. At least it won't die from the infection.
Yeah, alright, we win that. Okay, so how did the intruder get into the camp? Boat unlikely.
It's unlikely anyone could get in or out of the camp by water without alerting the police cars.
That's a letter.
No, it's too short for these walls of place.
I mean, we already know how he got in. We already overheard them talking about it. Come on.
Sealed shut. I doubt our man could get through these grates.
Back off.
What did I miss? I need to go further in. Or further back, I should say. Like, where's the secret passageway that they were talking about? Like, what is happening?
I hope I'm not making a grave mistake in trusting you, Mr. Holmes.
You're not. Did I, like, miss something to interact with?
You still here? Your problem, not mine.
Great, great, love it.
I've already told you all I know.
The guards at the sewers were speaking about taking refugees out of the camp. Do you know anything about this, Inspector?
Less than you do, obviously.
And this
How is that obvious?
was an officer of the law.
I can neither punish them nor put them on the right track, if that's what you're asking. Maybe your friends at City Hall could do something about it, but I seriously doubt that. To be honest, I'm sick and tired of being frowned on for my uniform.
Well, then stop acting like a dick.
The gentlemen you've eavesdropped on are in some shady business. That's on their heads.
Wow.
I'm busy.
That's the only thing I can ask him about? Okay.
City Hall, lubberheads.
Can I ask these guys?
Excuse me, just one question.
Nothing I can tell you, sir, but others might know more.
Well, that's clearly wrong, but whatever.
May I ask for your assistance?
Nothing I can tell you, sir, but
The hard, blah blah, doesn't care. Let me look at this again. Use concentration. So we're just missing something. John wants to challenge you. That's fine. This is the one. So they're, oops. I just didn't see something. Hey, John. Oh. Can I go around here? No. I don't know what I'm missing.
These events are fractured into so many pieces. But I know you can connect them, Sherlock.
Thanks, John. Oh man, that's my bad. That's really funny though. I like how my clothes are soaking wet even though it didn't spit me out where I was. It just takes you to the nearest fast travel point. It's just really annoying to be honest, but Oh man, I did not expect that. Did not expect that at all. I feel like I'm supposed to get something from this interaction here. Oh, hello, stupid. That's the Malpal.
A single Malpal butt. Roadman cigarettes. A brand highly regarded by law enforcement officers. So there wasn't any sophisticated infiltration plan. The good old police just let the man into the cabin. Now we have everything we need to get the full picture of what happened at the cabin.
Okay. It's the same man. Okay. I can't believe I fell off. This is why you need railings. Safety, people. Okay, these are all just like refugees. Clearly this was a fight. I don't know, the shoe prints are going... I don't remember. He's running away. This wasn't a lot of blood, just a little. I think that one's the likely one. Like he was just running away. Whoa. Is there only two? I need to know. I need to know. Okay, there's only two. And then what happened here? This is where this man got stabbed. What's the difference? Okay. He drags her out. He's holding on to her here. Pushes her down. Yeah, let's do that.
You're not even
Darn it!
Sherry. Concentrate.
Hold on, let me read this. Okay. The intruder's body was lying in the sewage canal before the police dragged it out. The man had been stabbed in the chest. A bloody handprint on a stone near the bridge suggests that the man tried to grab hold of it while falling into the canal. A trail of blood drops on the ground leads to a wooden bridge over the sewage canal. By the bridge, there are foot tracks caused by friction. Some crates have been toppled. One is cracked as if it had been struck. Series of footprints. One of the footprints indicates a warning. Yeah. Near the refugee shacks. Straight blood splat. Okay. Okay. So, I mean, I think we're almost there. But, like, when did that guy get? Okay, that's for sure that one. And that's that. Okay.
So, we have a thug who came to take a refugee woman with him. She resisted, but he dragged her by force. One of the refugees stood in his way, armed with a stick, yet he could do nothing against a cutthroat with a blade. The man didn't anticipate that the other refugees would intervene and stand against him. In the confusion, the woman managed to break free. The thug took fright and fled. He was stopped by the falling crates. He stumbled and fell, piercing his chest
Poor
with his own blade.
baby.
However, the wound didn't cause instant death. He managed to stand, but still bleeding, he lost his balance on the bridge and fell. Before all of this, the man had freely entered the camp through the main entrance. The police admitted him after they had a short smoke together.
You live by the sword, you die by the sword. In our man's case, it's the same sword.
Oops. Alright, so we need to go talk to the dude. He didn't hurt her, that is true. Interesting.
Mr. Harlow, your refugees didn't murder anyone.
What? Pray tell me what you've learned.
All right, listen carefully. This might solve one problem for you, but will create another.
Oh, that's
The man came to the camp.
This thing can't be helped.
Kidnap one of your refugees, a woman. What he didn't expect was that the refugees would stand up to protect them. A brawl had broken out. In the chaos of it, the man stumbled over those crates and fell on his own blade.
How do you know he fell on his own blade?
The wound in his chest was inflicted from an unusual angle. It was not an offensive stab, shall we say. The refugees didn't touch him, and judging by the blood at the scene, the intruder managed to raise himself but was unable to walk very far. He ultimately fell into the canal.
But how did he sneak into the camp? Why didn't the police see him?
And this is where your new problems emerge, Mr. Harlow.
What do you mean?
You're not a dull-witted man. You know what I mean. There is no feasible way to get into the camp without the police guards knowing it.
The pile of mess I had to sort out has just become bigger. But somehow that doesn't surprise me. Anyway, I thank you for your help.
The hair effects are just
I'll
weird.
take it from here. Meanwhile,
They're
I'll
very
make sure the
distracting.
police aren't detaining the refugees any longer. You can go back in and look for your witness.
Hell,
One small cog
yes.
make any difference in this place.
Who knows, John? Just one ill-fitting cog could make the whole machine crumble.
Okay, so we need to now ask about her.
Excuse me, just one question.
Sorry. We don't see much here.
That's John.
May I ask you something?
Sorry. We don't see much here.
Time to check your who, what, and what, Sherry. Who are you asking? About what and dressed as what?
You're
Ah.
the one who tended to our man's wounds. I thank you greatly. The police didn't allow us to help you.
The police will leave you alone. I've proven to them that the man who came into the camp died due to his own foolishness.
Thank you for standing up for us. But nobody would help us without a reason. You're here because you want something.
Yes, I do. I need to speak with the girl drawn here.
The dead man came for that too. He wanted to take the girl away. But we won't
Those
allow
geese.
her to be hurt again. What do you want from Nayla?
Nayla. She was hurt some time ago. I'm here to find the people who did this and bring them to justice. And to find them, I need Nayla's help. Will you let me speak to her?
Justice. There's no justice.
This
in
makes me
this world.
sad.
But you helped us, so maybe your words are not empty. You can speak to Nayla if she wants it. But I will be watching you.
Seems fair and reasonable.
Hello, Nayla? My name is Sherlock. I know someone hurt you. I am here to help. I'm trying to find the people involved and bring them to justice. Please. There is a photograph, and I'm sorry, it is terrible, but I simply must ask. Where did this happen? What can you tell me about these people? Christ, Sherlock. Naylor, I'm sorry. I'm not very good at this.
You come here for me, but you are rude and cruel and condescending. A curse. The man had this curse. Now go away. Leave us be. I do not need another white man's help.
It's a fair reaction, to be honest.
Oh, glad that wasn't me.
Not my best work, John. By a long shot. Naylor doesn't want us meddling. I'm starting to wonder what this all achieves.
But she helped you anyway. Now we know that maniac's face and the cross he wore, we can still catch him.
Okay. Oh. Usually it wears to high-ranking officials. Badges. Okay. So this one. Okay, let's go ask about. Can I ask them about it?
You still here?
I need to ask about this
Don't bother someone
No.
else with this, son.
tattoo.
The intruder has a most peculiar tattoo on his neck, 2 lines and a point. You know anything about it?
You really want to know, kid? Why? You want to play a policeman or something?
I'm sure you have it in your records, so it won't hurt if I have the money.
In my records, it's just a tattoo, as it should be in yours. Ah, to hell with you. Suit yourself as to what you're going to do with it. Off the record, huh? Such tattoos are often connected to a man named Mr. Niccolo Bernadotti.
Bernadotti, you say?
A respectable businessman in Scaladio. His company imports goods and wines, and smuggles everything that can be smuggled between the colonies and the mainland. His people can be identified by an obscure tattoo, just like the one over there our friend has. But these are all merely rumors, you see. If Mr. Bernadotti wasn't
Yeah, right.
in prison now.
Because police are so effective at doing their jobs. Okay, we're done here. I got stuff to go look up. Why does this still have? Says he had nothing. I need to ask.
I owe you a lot, Miss Holmes.
You're disturbing a hornet's nest here, son.
Could you help me?
They often take us from the camp to work. Most don't mind though. It's the only way to get a glimpse of freedom.
Oh, so they bring them back. According to the refugees, some shady people regularly visit the camp and take refugees away with them to perform various work. Work is usually hard, but the refugees receive money and food. The girl was abused after she was supposedly taken to such work. Since then, the refugees decided not to allow their women to be taken.
So there's a smuggling ring in the camp. This wasn't the first time that someone freely entered the camp to take a refugee out.
At least it was certainly his last time. My gut tells me we'll know more about this ring when we find out where the thug came from.
Interesting. Okay, so we need to look up in the police records. So I think this is the record symbol. Can we get another one? No. Okay. Okay. So we need to leave. I think we can just leave this area. We need to go to. I can't fast travel. We need to get out of here. We need to go to the police station, I believe is where I cited, where he said there would be a record for this tattoo. Oh, wrong one. This one. So the tattoo. So we need to look for Niccolo Bernardotti from Scaladio. So we pick Scaladio. We look for smuggling. Ah, first try. I have such a hard time with these. Niccolo Bernardotti questioning summary. Niccolo Bernardotti, born 1834, is a businessman and patron well known in Cordona, the founder and owner of the Bernardotti Company Limited, established 1873. Main office, Southeastern Scaladio Bazaar Road near the crossing with Roman Road. Mr. Bernardotti was brought in for questioning on February 13th, 1876, after a tip-off from one of our anonymous sources. The source provided information that points to Mr. Bernardotti's connection to the smuggling of liquors and items of antique art between the British colonies, Cordona, and the rest of the United Kingdom. People allegedly working for Mr. Bernardotti's company were previously linked to a number of unlawful activities, including robbery, violence, racketeering, and blackmailing. Mr. Bernardotti was called in for questioning as a witness since there is no tangible evidence available to serve any charges. During the questioning carried out by myself and Officer Booth, Mr. Bernardotti claimed to be unaware of any operations and facts provided by our source. No information could be obtained on his activities before he moved to Britain, documented or otherwise. As Mr. Bernardotti claims, up until 1873, he lived in Sicilia, Italy, where he had a vending business until he moved to London and began importing goods. Conclusion, it is not possible to incriminate Mr. Bernardotti with anything connected to the case. Inspector Herbert Ryder. Okay, we've got new evidence and a new place to go. But first, let's do this one. We are looking for high-ranking officials. So I think that this one means we need to go to the City Hall, maybe, or the paper. I don't think the police station is where we want that to be. Let's go to City Hall. Yeah, this way. We're gonna look for, we don't have a place. Not many of those visit, let alone work on the island. So we don't know the place. Current officials. Ah! Thomas Norton. Born 1840 in London, graduated from the University of Oxford in 1864. In 1869, started working at the Home Office as a secretary. In 1875, took a position as a military commission in India, honored by the Queen herself with the Order of the Bath in 1877. 1st March 1878, was appointed as the British envoy in Cordona with his own cabinet in the City Hall. All right. This guy now we can ask about.
I'm curious, how did Mycroft recruit you? I doubt you're a field agent. I imagine you work with intelligence.
That's correct. Your brother noticed me when I tracked down a spy at the archives. That's how our cooperation began. And you? Did Mycroft force you into this?
Not at all. We simply have a mutual interest in someone. Or something.
Of course. A fruitful and willing collaboration, I'm sure.
Well, I'm his younger brother. I have to accept the consequences of being a close relative of a special figure.
I suppose, in a way, we are colleagues, Mr. Holmes.
In the remotest way possible, Miss Slimy.
Have you found anything helpful?
Okay, so I can't ask her about it. Can I go in? Let's see. He has an office. Chief Archivist Thomas Norton. What up, yo?
department needs to straighten out some business.
I like his waistcoat. Never removes. What else we got? On the other side. Okay. The order of the bath looks quite worn. The man is proud of it and never takes it off. The red stain on his wrist indicates that he has recently drank wine. His clothes are wrinkled. He barely bothers to shave, and his red eyes indicate that he may suffer from insomnia or deep anxiety. It looks as if he lives within a nightmare, attempting to rid himself of his terrible memories of past mistakes. Or a red wine stain on the wrist and his unshaven face indicate a lazy attitude toward his duty. The order of the bath looks quite worn, and the man is proud of it and never takes it off. Wrinkled clothes and red eyes may mean that he didn't return home last night. Instead of work, this man would rather lose himself in depravity and alcohol. Which one? I mean, partygoer is more fun, so I kind of want it to be that one. But there were more people involved in that raping of that girl. Like, there were other people in the picture besides just the devil. So, I wonder if he is in remorse. I'm going to pick that one. I might regret that. I've only been wrong, I think, twice, so...
I'm a madam to swords for. Didn't you hear what I just said?
You blame yourself for what you did. It won't be any good unless you confess to me, so I'll try to be polite.
What sort of did are we talking about?
Are you from the press?
I'm here because of Naina.
Who?
You don't remember her name.
Lad, if you won't tell me where you came, I'll call for someone here to sort you out, if you get my meaning.
Do you recognize this man?
We definitely look alike. But you have the wrong person.
Really? Then you won't mind if I pass this along to the newspaper?
All right. All right. Is this about money, as you said in the letter?
Oh, I wish I wasn't right about that.
What kind of sum are we talking?
I've never written a single word to you. Bribery, not my style.
So, that letter, it wasn't from you.
Well, it appears that more and more people in the city are finding out about your despicable hobby, doesn't it? You're in the clutches of justice, and very soon they will squeeze you. It's in your best
It
interest.
says stuff like that. Only fictional characters.
Do you drink, Mr.
Sherlock Holmes. And I do not.
Shame. All the best discussions are accompanied by a glass of whiskey.
You got a problem, my
But
dude.
out of respect for you, I won't drink either.
Respect. It's an unusual word in your mouth, Mr.
Where are my manners? My name is Thomas Norton, a British envoy in Cordone on a military mission. So, where do we start?
You mentioned blackmail. Tell me about it.
All right. A couple of days ago, I received an anonymous letter. It said that in the art gallery at Caravansary there exists a painting that incriminates me. The blackmailer made it clear that if there is a painting, then a photograph exists too. And I should be wary of what it might do to my reputation.
What does the blackmailer want from you?
Money, of course. What else do such people want? Needless to say, I don't remember anyone taking photographs at the party. Up until the last moment, I hoped he was bluffing. But he wasn't, as you've just proven to me.
Show me the letter.
I burnt it as soon as I read it. I've left enough evidence. There's no need for any more.
So, let's return to the beginning. What happened at the party?
I vaguely remember that night. As usual at such parties, you meet people, talk with them, they invite you to spend some time alone with them. What can I say? I got myself mixed up with the wrong company, and somebody must have mixed some psychoactive substance in my drink. After that, it's all blurry. I completely lost my sanity. I made a terrible mistake which I regret deeply.
You don't say. Do refugee girls often appear on the menu at those types of parties?
It's rather rare.
So you didn't attend the party to engage in an exotic experience involving a vulnerable woman unable to accuse you of assault.
I would never have planned such a terrible thing. What happened was just bad circumstance.
And yet, you don't appear to be doing anything about it.
Painting that depicted you in the image of the devil was stolen by a mercenary. Did you have anything to do with it?
I might be a rotten person, sir, but hiring criminals
You are.
for illicit purposes is not in my daily schedule.
And buying the painting in an attempt to hide the crime, is that on your daily schedule?
What would you do in my situation?
I would never put myself in such a situation.
You're young. I could never have imagined myself in my current position. Yet, here I am in front of you. We all make mistakes, Mr. Holmes. And I'm no exception.
Boniface Mercurial, does the name mean anything to you?
He's an artist, right?
The one responsible for the painting that compromises you. I found him dead in his room.
Oh, that is bad. Wait, you don't think that I have anything to do with it?
This guy's an idiot
Motive to kill him.
and a terrible person.
Listen, I know how this looks, but murder? That's on another level. I had thoughts that this Mercutio,
Mercurial.
well, him, yes, I thought he could have been the blackmailer. But I was too afraid to make any hasty decisions. There are plenty of ways to fail by making a move, so I chose to wait, to see what he would do next. You have to believe me.
I don't believe people, I believe evidence.
Then look at the evidence. Mr. Holmes, I've built my entire career on hard work and uncompromising dedication to the crown. I made a mistake, but I'm not a villain from some cheap adventure fiction. By putting me behind bars, you will benefit precisely no.
It's not about benefit. It's about atoning for your crimes.
You deserve, but I have a
I agree.
You will make amends and help the ones you hurt. Use your connections to help patriate the refugees, find them decent homes, give them jobs. There must be a meaning to your position and my decision.
Yes, all right, I can do that. So, will you give me the photograph now?
That's not all. Naylor deserves the very utmost of what you can do.
Help the girl? I can't risk the press paying extra attention to her. I will do anything except that.
I need to
Slime.
think this through. Don't do anything foolish in the meantime.
Means you think you can decide what's best for these people.
Such is the arrogance of British imperialism. I take your point.
That's true, but they do need help. I mean, it's not like they're not getting help from someone else. I don't like it. I don't like it. It's upsetting. This case is upsetting. In my heart of hearts, I want merciless justice. The envoy can be neither trusted nor forgiven for what he did. Humiliation and ostracization from an outraged Cordona are the least he deserves. Give the photograph to Vogel so he can make everything public. Smaller evil for the greater good. Thomas Norton is a debaucher who has committed a terrible act. Even though he deserved to be brought to justice, I cannot overlook the opportunity to do greater good. Give the envoy the photograph in exchange for the refugees' legalization. I feel like greater good is where I should go. But I want him to suffer. We do still have one more place to go, so let's go deal with this, because maybe we can find another way to help the refugees without letting this guy go. So we need to go. Southeastern Scaladio, Bazaar Road near the crossing with Roman Road. Bazaar near the crossing, so it's down here somewhere. All right, let's we'll come back maybe if we are gonna do that. This case is so upsetting. I can't wait for it to be over. I have a bad feeling we're gonna have to do some combat. This fucking Bernadotte dude. Bernadotte. Fucking... It's gonna piss me off. It's gonna piss me off. The combat only pisses me off. But I like the puzzles. I like the solving. Even when I'm wrong, I like the solving of the crimes. Church of St. Peter. Oh, somewhere. Oh, I need to go this main road here. This one? No. Oh yeah, the one that says Bernadotte Limited on it? Weird.
It seems they're not expecting guests.
I won't wait for an invitation, John. Help me, please.
I'm sorry, but I've never heard of that.
You're standing right next to it. Okay, so I need to find another way inside.
These workers don't look like your average Cordona folk.
They're refugees from... Porcelain friend for every child.
Porcelain creeps. There's a porcelain doll in a closet right now in my house. It's my sister's. It's a replica of her as a baby. It's creepy as fuck.
An essential remedy against seizures.
Why it's in my house is a different question, but it's super creepy. And where she left it is like in my like coat closet or whatever. In the like hall closet by the door, and it's like up on the shelf, so when you open the door, if you look up, there's just a creepy ass porcelain face staring at you.
That's our way in, Sherlock.
Okay, well, what else is there out here that I can interact with? Nothing? Seems like nothing. Why are you hiding?
Hey, yo, this is private property. You lost something.
Oh, he's got one bar only and the dot.
I'm here to discuss business with Mr. Bernadotte. I tried the front door, but...
Mr. Bernadotte isn't seeing anyone. You have 3 seconds to walk away or you'll never walk again. Capito?
It's in Mr. Bernadotte's best interest to...
One.
Listen, the man Bernadotte sent to...
So...
You try to resolve this peacefully?
I did. Here we go. That music means fucking combat.
No more crime for you until next month.
I'm in a box.
Bother moving. You've lost. Take a rest.
The snuff's ready. Give him the pepper snuff.
Don't cry, you'll live.
The snuff's ready.
Yeah. Whoa.
Eat lead. I couldn't miss the party.
Don't bother
Ah.
moving.
Give him the pepper snuff.
Ah, I fucking did the wrong one.
I couldn't miss the party.
It was going so swimmingly. Please be done.
Too simple.
Nope, not done. No. Woo! That's John.
Get ready for some pain.
Take a rest, my friend.
Oh god, big man on campus. Fuck, missed it.
The snuff's ready.
I'm coming for you.
Alright, just big man.
You've lost.
Give him the pepper snuff. It's all yours now. Go for it.
Don't cry, will you?
Oh, we're not done? Fuck. Oh good, we are done. I didn't kill anybody! Progress! Fucking hate the combat. Alright. Hold on. Let's check on his... Yeah, it's him complaining. Should we get the... It's truly quite the night for it. Everyone is starting to look at us oddly. All thanks to Sherry, of course. Shouldn't approach people with such baffling questions. If not for Sherlock's help, that wounded refugee would no doubt have succumbed to a deadly infection. How fortunate we were there. Unless Sherlock changes tactics, we'll spend the next week seeking answers. Blah, blah, blah. He's complaining. I truly believe Sherry can never be mistaken. I'm so proud to be by his side. People in the refugee camp are being exploited, and the police have been implicated in it. We must fix this, but what can we do? I love it when the search is simple. Sherry knows I hate digging through papers and keeps his quest as short as he can. Just visited the archive, found the paper, and left. Now we have plenty of spare time. Perhaps we can visit the pub. Another victory on the board, and all our foes live to lick their wounds. I'm so proud of Sherry. No one can stand against us. Listen, I try. I really do. Go in here? No. Can I go in here? No. Can I go in here?
Jerry, look. This seems familiar.
Oh, it's gonna be the one.
Let's see what's hidden there. Vogel's stolen painting. Isn't it curious how it developed into a much more interesting case?
African artifacts.
Masks, traditional for the Chokwe people of Central Africa. A Dogon statue from West Africa. A century old at least.
Grid.
The aged Brindley blue tableware. This is what lies behind the facade. Limited.
That was a weird noise you just made there, girl. Obviously, I'm gonna talk to that man. Don't
An
worry.
amazing piece of culture. I imagine many collectors and museums would be interested in having it.
And this person.
No, sir. Don't hurt me.
It's all right. I won't harm you.
Like you didn't harm the folks on the way here.
That was rude, John. I didn't.
Don't come any closer. One step and I'll shred you to pieces.
With what? Yeah, I'm with go ahead.
Go ahead. Make my day.
Right, so, yes. Yep, well, excuse me, sir.
What a weasel.
I think I hear... I've got to... It's better I leave.
Oh, wow. That was as if somebody put my words in your mouth.
Logistics. Zeppelin related. Okay, so we can go that way. Can't go that way.
The Bernadotte Company Limited trade network reaches the most distant colonies of the Great Empire.
Must be very convenient for a man like Bernadotte.
That's a Roman statue of Athena.
Suppose it's Mr. Bernadotte,
Minerva?
our fine governor. 1875. It's taken a few years back. John, how many people in Cordona have a photograph with the governor, do you think?
You definitely don't have one.
Please don't show me. I have a family. Spare me. Spare me.
So, you cut through all the guards just to talk to me. We shall talk.
Before I talk to you, I'm gonna see if I can look at anything in your office.
Whenever you're ready. I'd hate to intrude.
This is 3 stripes, no dots. Doesn't shun dirty work. Had pellagra, I don't know what that means. Cold-blooded. Murad. Niccolo Bernadotte is a cruel gang leader who isn't afraid of getting his hands dirty to show off his position of power. A hard worker in his youth, Bernadotte grew hatred towards the world around him. He continually expects trouble and is always ready to make some. Raised in a poor family, he had to work in the fields from a young age. This led to his suffering from pellagra, the effects of which still show on his skin. He refuses to hide this under fancy clothes, that he might always remember where his motives and identity were born. Bernadotte and his men have different tattoos in the same style. The tattoos are most probably a code that represents different ranks within a tightly structured and secretive criminal organization. Or Niccolo Bernadotte is a harsh gang leader and calculating businessman. He beams confidence and menace. He anticipates danger by keeping his gun near him, but still holds it in the holster. Bernadotte descends from the working class. Being raised in a poor family, he had to work in the fields from a young age. Hard work under the sun and bad nutrition led to his suffering from pellagra. He overcame the disease, but its effects still show on his skin. Despite being financially comfortable now, he still distances himself from the high life, keeping his clothing and appearance quite conservative. Bernadotte and his men have different tattoos. Okay, so which do I think it is? I'm gonna go with this one because of the hands.
Bad news. The thug you sent to the refugee camp only succeeded in stabbing himself. His next and final journey will be to the moon.
Hold your horses. Who the hell are you?
Sherlock Holmes. And you are Niccolo Bernadotte, smuggler, kidnapper, and notorious cutthroat, among other things.
You men would dare waltz into my office and address me like that. You are either overconfident or unintelligent. This is private property. Give me one reason why I should not shoot you on the spot. I am sure my friends at the station would call it self-defense.
Mr. Bernadotte, do you know the name Boniface Mercurio?
I do not.
Mercurio was a local artist. Recently, a man broke into his apartment, ransacked the place, and
I think I did his wrong.
was looking for something.
You are testing my patience, boy.
In a moment, the connection will reveal itself. As I said, your man was found dead in the refugee camp. He was there to kidnap a woman, but the other refugees intervened to try and save her. The ensuing scuffle resulted in the man's accidental suicide. He sported the same tattoo as your men in this building. In fact, it also bears a resemblance to the one on your neck. Care to explain what business your man had with this woman?
You have no idea what you are talking about. I can assure you this was no kidnapping. The refugees in the camp are on edge. What happened there is a tragic accident. One I am not responsible for.
For what reason was your man there if not to abduct her?
Why would I answer? You are yet to justify your presence in the slightest.
I was hired, privately, to investigate the recent theft of a painting from an art gallery. My investigation led me to a man from your organization and, thus, to you, Mr. Bernadotte.
That is quite a stretch. Why would I need to steal a painting when I could buy anyone I wanted?
Interestingly enough, I spotted the stolen painting in your store.
I buy and sell a lot of things, Mr. Holmes. Unfortunately, if this is true, it is not the first time I have been sold stolen merchandise. I presume you were hired by the owner of the gallery. Tell them to contact me.
Oh, I don't like this guy.
So, this painting is why you broke into my office. So many words, so little action. When you barged into my office, Mr. Holmes, I got the impression you wanted to talk business. Now I see you had come just to talk. Tell me exactly what you want, or get out.
It was necessary groundwork for what comes next. I have enough evidence to conclude that the gallery thief, the artist's killer, and the dead man in the camp are all the same person.
Your time is almost up, Mr. Holmes.
Before you draw your gun, there is one final detail I need to mention. The young woman your man was tasked to collect from the refugee camp had been defiled at a perverse masquerade party. That violation was captured in a photograph by Boniface Mercurio and used as a reference for his painting. The photo shows the attacker's face.
Fine. That's why you're here, Mr. Holmes. We'll have the photograph.
It is what your man was after when he broke into Mercurio's apartment, and it is what you're after too, isn't it, Mr. Bernadotte?
You have the photograph with you. How much do you want for it?
I am not naive enough to carry it with me, but I am yet to decide what I shall do with it. I know the man in the photo is a British envoy. What interest do you have in his downfall?
I must admit, I'm rather impressed by how comprehensively you have pursued.
Yeah, that's right.
So, you deserve the honest answer. My business dealings are often arduous in their bureaucracy. A man in his position, willing to look the other way, could ease my work significantly. In return, I will make sure no one looks his way either. A favor.
Ugh. I just feel gross like hearing him say that.
The modus operandi of any true profession.
It was not originally my idea. Mercurio set things in motion, extorting the envoy for the most trivial of ends. Money. In response, the envoy hired my man to retrieve the painting and the photograph, eliminating the criminals of revenge. I only learned the whole story after the artist was killed in his home.
And rather than extricate yourself, instead you took over Mercurio's venture.
It fell into my lap. As a businessman, I simply...
I don't like him.
Now, how much do you want for the image?
I could not help but appreciate the collection of smuggled artifacts in your storeroom. You have rather diversified your business.
Ah, how high and mighty of you, Mr. Holmes. Not all smuggling is immoral.
That's true.
Generous rates to developing cultures and spread their culture to eager buyers. Furthermore, I supply many immigrants with a taste of home.
A very convenient way of thinking.
I have traveled wildly, Mr. Holmes. I've seen people in far-flung lands for whom my services are a lifeline. Without them, I would starve. Tax on cargo is often so absurd that it would be more profitable to simply sink your ship than dock it in the harbor. Trust me, I'm speaking from experience.
Why did you send your man to remove the woman from the camp?
Without a photograph, her testimony was the next best thing. Securing her was in everyone's interest. Victims and witnesses all too often disappoint. I thought the
Ugh, this whole situation is just gross.
Anticipate what would happen at the camp.
It's just gross. I hate
I
it.
saw refugees from the camp at your warehouse. They work for you.
I have made certain arrangements with City Hall and the police. Thanks to me, Refugees can work and be paid. It's a pathway to freedom.
And how much do you save by capitalizing on their cheap labor?
I
Wow.
have heard no complaints. They seem happy just
It's
to get out
gross.
of that slum.
All these people are gross.
Why should I give you the photograph?
Just name your price.
What if my price were not money? You claim to have connections, Mr. Bernadotte. Perhaps you could improve conditions for the refugees. Give them a chance for a better life.
I do have connections, Mr. Holmes, but help the whole camp by asking too much. I could.
Oh, God. I don't like this decision I have to make.
Woman who was violated had her own home outside the camp, solely for her and her child. She will no longer be a refugee, but a princess. That I can guarantee.
Is that really possible?
It will be neither fast nor easy, but I can do it. She deserves it, don't you agree? And as for her abuser,
So it's basically help all refugees or help one.
So, in your plan, everybody will be given their due. Especially you, Mr. Bernadotte.
seems like a fair deal, no? I doubt anyone could offer you better. Simply give me the photograph, and the world becomes a better place.
I hate it.
Do my work.
Okay, let me look at this. See, I mean, like, what do you do? I don't know. I feel like I should take the opportunity to help all the refugees, but then she's not getting justice. And she should get justice. I hate this. I'm glad it's not real life. I'm glad I don't have to make this decision in real life. Okay, I haven't collected all evidence here, though. Yeah. Which means I missed something, so we should... You get to say...
Sherry, don't you think this office suits?
Johnny, you need to relax, dude.
The front door's now open, so you can leave through it. If you want to, of course. Bernadotte
Lol. Liar. Okay, I looked at that. I looked at that. Can't go in those doors. And try. Oh, that's the one I came from. Hold on. Do this one? Yeah. I looked at that. Looked at that. Looked at the painting. That's the exit. I don't like that I'm missing a clue. Let's see. I do need to wrap this up though.
Help me, please.
Sorry, we don't see much here.
Oh, I guess I'm gonna have to give up. I don't know what to do. I hate it. Like, the refugees deserve more than what they have. And if you help all refugees, does that mean you're also helping Nayla and the baby? I feel like she wouldn't want to be taken apart from the rest of the refugees either. Because she's not going to be treated kindly, even if she's treated like a princess. you know, where she has her own place and whatever. It's not like the white people here are all of a sudden going to be kind and generous. Okay. I don't. I think that's what I am going to do. I don't like it. And I'm going to be thinking about this. And it's going to have repercussions. But I don't like it. This whole case has been terrible and I'm upset. Ugh. Everyone's gross. It's the worst case so far.
Have you thought it all through?
Almost. Refugees, what will happen to them?
Well, I wouldn't be standing here in this fancy office if I didn't know how to pull the right strings. In fact, it's the only thing I know. The local governor will receive a decree signed by the House of Lords containing a request to repatriate the refugees in the name of the Crown.
From where did you gain such influence?
I never asked you how you found the photograph.
Oh, why is it flashing?
Magician, how he performs his tricks.
But how can I believe?
Ugh. I presume you do believe in my selfishness. The initiator of the refugee salvation will be none other than the British envoy, savior, and protector of those.
I hate all of it.
It's a win situation.
I hate it. I feel gross. Slimy.
You deserve to be punished, but the greater good is what matters. I won't bargain it for justice for Naomi.
I'm glad that this situation is over.
I hate all of it. She deserves justice, and the refugees deserve to be better, treated better. I'm upset about this. Where the hell am I? Oh, I'm back.
Mr. Holmes, you've returned.
Why did the music get all creepy?
Anything new about that?
I brought news, but not all of it will please you.
Fill me in, Mr. Holmes. I won't shoot the messenger.
I tracked down Boniface Mercurio.
I presume he wasn't delighted about the situation.
He was not having a good day on account of his murder. Killed in his own flat by the same person that stole his painting.
Oh, sweet Mercurio. Perishing in the pursuit of his art. I will miss his exceptional sense of humor.
Ugh.
I located the thief, but found him rather cold. He was tight-lipped about the painting, too.
Ah, he's dead. How very droll, Mr. Holmes.
How very droll? That's
It was
some.
an
What?
accident at the refugee camp. He impaled himself on his own knife.
Life is nothing.
I don't like this case.
Wishes. What about the stolen painting?
I don't like this guy. I don't like any of the people today.
I could not retrieve it.
Well then, where is it?
In Bernadotti's office.
Bernadotti? That shady businessman? Why would he steal it from me?
I'm afraid you'll have to ask him yourself.
I take it you found something more then. What happened to your crusade of truth? Was it not that important?
It was. I
Mr. Vogel.
hate
It's
it.
an attack, Mr. Holmes. You've chosen not to tell me. I respect your intention. But it is just rather boring, isn't it?
It is what it is.
Well, now that we've resolved all of our outstanding matters, I have a gift for you. I took the liberty of having it delivered to Stonewood Manor. I'm told it belonged to your mother.
And what exactly have you sent me?
Frankly, I'm not sure how to answer that.
Must be weird.
Previously, you mentioned there may have been more to my mother's passing than consumption. It appears you were right.
Oh dear. I'd hoped to be wrong.
I don't like this guy.
Unstable.
It's very pretentious.
She required sustained specialized treatment, but her madness persisted.
I knew that Violet had disappeared from the public eye, but had no
Okay,
idea.
my finger looks like it does not belong to me.
I'm fine.
Ugh. we got more money. I say we get for a little pick-me-up. We go shopping after that horrible case. We go buy more furniture, and then that's it for today. I just can't anymore. It was deeply upsetting. Oh wait, let me buy a news.
A fresh newspaper?
Yeah. Oh, there's two. Need to buy both of them.
I wish you a pleasant trip.
Okay, so consequences. Frosty reception for refugees. The British envoy's sudden decision to grant citizenship to dozens of refugees seems to have received a cold reception from the public. Interviews with multiple civilians saw common motifs: a fear of increased crime, a dilution of Cordona's culture, and a uniform insistence that these concerns have no racial undercurrent. Liars. The recent discovery of a dead man inside the refugee camp has heightened tensions, though police have been slow to investigate. Spokesman for the department suggested there may have been a quarrel between the victim and members of the camp, but officers have not yet identified a suspect. Cordona's newest citizens may find themselves with few allies as they join the city. As one counselor who declined to be named put it, if those people wish to be welcomed with open arms, they should not have jumped the queue. Well, I tried. I did my best. I'm just trying to make good decisions. I'm sorry. The Strike of the Eagle. I forgot to read this one from our last case. The sudden death of Mark Ridley, son of General Arthur Ridley, has shaken Cordona. The police already have a suspect under arrest, none other than Ozai from the House of the Eagle, a pillar of the old city community. Tension between the British military and the local population has increased, with already a dozen deaths. I totally screwed up that whole case. From multiple clashes on the streets of the old city. Authorities are working to de-escalate the situation, but it's unclear how long they will be able to maintain order. Could this be the end of our island's fragile peace? That one was my bad. I did not follow instructions. I did solve the case, but I did not follow Mycroft's instructions. I totally forgot I was not supposed to confront the dude, and I did.
I'm afraid I have nothing to offer except my company.
Yeah, all right. Hitting on Sherlock. I thought I still had furniture to buy. Did I buy it already? Hold on. I guess I did. Doesn't look like we have anything new to buy. Something new. Oh, there's something new here at this one. At Scaladio Market. And there's something new at the paper. I'll go pick up this stuff real quick. Probably a new case at the paper that we can do. Hey, lady.
Good luck, Mr. Holmes.
No? I swear there was an exclamation point on it. There is an exclamation point on it. Okay, whatever. I'll figure that out. Not right now. I'm still upset. I'm still deeply upset. I don't know if I made the right decision at all. I feel like I didn't, but what I mean, I can't go back now.
Antiques in the... My goods will brighten up your house.
Yeah, let me buy it. Got it.
Enjoy your purchase.
Dang, 65 bucks. Alright, we're gonna make a quick stop, just checking real quick, no other things on the map. And then we're gonna make a quick stop at our house. I call it a day. Cause yeah, I just can't. What's this? Huh. That's a...
Bizarre object, and yet
That's interesting. Mermaid skeleton? Oh, I'm having memories. It's fucking creepy, man. It's very macabre. Oh, what is this place? It's creepy. I want to go there.
remember something. Yes. A room full of curiosities and artifacts. I think I can find it in none.
Sherlock. So, you continue to pursue the imaginary. I had hoped you might have got all this out of your system by now.
Mycroft, what are you doing here? Get out of my house.
We're not in the house.
Actually, I've come to bring you back.
I have no interest in returning, let alone with you. I know you lied about Mother all these years, claiming she was merely ill. But she was unstable. She never had tuberculosis. She was not recuperating, but mentally deteriorating, and you never once thought to tell me. How dare you?
I shall not indulge this petulant tantrum. You can just tire yourself out and then slink back to London with
That tie is so fucking shiny.
Just tell me everything. I'm an adult now. Show me the basic courtesy of an explanation. You know I will find out eventually.
The goal was stability, and that's what you got. The right thing for everyone was to try and move on from her passing.
Consequences of one's actions determines what is right or wrong.
Yes, exactly. The ends justify the means. After leaving Cordona, Sherlock, you had a normal childhood. In London, I was able to support you, guide you, shape you into a fine and productive young man. You have so much potential, so much to offer society.
But that's not the end. Now I found the truth, and it has shattered everything I knew about her, about you, and about myself. I feel unstable because of you. Your actions were not justified. Lying never is.
Oh, grow up, Sherlock. It was a white lie which has as much use in the realm of the interpersonal as the international. It is time you come to accept that some things are bigger than yourself.
Oh, you are full of it. You like to pretend you care about the big picture, but it's just an ego trip. You like knowing more than others. You like greasing palms and rubbing shoulders with the rich and powerful. You like having eyes and ears everywhere. The fact it helps the nation is incidental. Because all you care about is yourself.
Drama.
I have agents everywhere, including Cordona. If you weren't so damn stubborn, you'd realize that means I'm only here for you.
It's true, there's no reason for him to be here. Well, drama in the Holmes house. See if we can find this curiosities room.
I remember returning home with a pair of perfect sticks. We wanted to turn them into training swords.
Oh, that's right. We stood there, frozen, staring at something huge in the main hall.
Whoa.
It was a giant aquarium with a living mermaid in it.
Impossible, it must have been something else. Oh, of course, that mortifying hoax presently taking up space in our front yard.
Well, fine. Your memory's better than mine. But I'm sure we started examining it immediately. And someone else was around too.
Mom?
It was my mother. She asked what I thought of the article.
You were really concentrating and holding something in your hand.
I inspected it with a magnifying glass and was able to confirm it was made of two different skeletons. The mermaid was a fake.
And so it was time to smash the thing. Your mother took a hammer and...
Slow down, John. That's not how it happened. I remember other people joined us. The workers took the artifact and placed it into the cabinet of curiosities. It became part of Mother's collection of fakes. She always said that the truth lies in the details. This mermaid helped me to learn that.
Memories. So, what door opened? They look like they were going that way, but this one did.
Ah yes, my mother's studio. She was an authenticator, and this was her cabinet of curiosities.
I never saw the point. What does it matter if some artifact is real or not? It still exists.
Oh, it matters.
I remember this this cozy blanket. It's perfect.
Wigwam! Oh, that was a joy to build them. Imagining ourselves
Wigwam.
as wayfarers on the other side of the world.
Hold on.
An archaeological find should be here. It's far better than beneath the old city walls.
Look, it's Roger. This jolly old man's well preserved. Even looks refreshed.
I doubt he drew much interest at the auction.
That's for the best. I'd be upset if he fell into the wrong hands.
So many calling cards. Mycroft liked to keep useful people at hand. Reliable and driven. Recognize Mycroft's handwriting. Officer Luciano J. Placido.
Dear Mr. Holmes, please accept my deepest gratitude for your recent help with that personal matter. I shudder to think what may have happened were it not for your keen eye and sharp mind. Rest assured, should our paths cross again, you'll be greeted by a grateful friend. His Honor Judge McDoodle. Classic Minecraft.
Carefully opened. Dated 24th of April, 1869.
Court summons. Dear Mr. Mycroft Holmes, the Cordona City Hall writes to inform you that the trial of Dr. Otto Richter in the death of Mrs. Violet Holmes has been assigned to His Honor Judge McDougall. Your application for a closed hearing has been granted. You are hereby informed that the prosecution has called you as a primary witness in the trial of Dr. Richter. You must present yourself at the Criminal Court of Cordona on the dates listed overleaf. Ew.
This drawer is always closed. Only Mycroft knew how to open it.
With the key,
I
obviously.
remember we tried to break it open and spy on him, but alas, had no success. Maybe today's the day. Oh, Sherry.
The master of unlocking. It's great. Today will be the day.
Ah, memory comes back. We snuck about watching him.
He closed the drawer and went to the hall. We were like two shadows crawling behind him.
Do, 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 do. Upstairs.
The painting on the wall was slightly atilt. He stopped.
That's not slightly. Massively. Footprints? Where are we going? Who walks around their house like this?
Then he threw some logs into the fire and sat in his armchair to read.
It's as boring now as it was then. I'm sorry, Sherry, but I think that's it.
I don't think that's it.
John, we never use the fireplace in the mornings. What if...
Oh.
A bit of juniper in the fireplace created a soothing atmosphere.
That's the key.
I think this is what we're looking for.
Nailed it. This way.
We made it. So what's there?
A bottle of whiskey.
Single malt whiskey, my boss' favourite. Gifted by Queen Victoria herself.
Wow. Present from the Queen. Half a bottle of fine single malt whiskey, Mycroft's favorite drink. We found it locked in the drawer of the desk in the curiosity cabinet among a pile of important documents. Remarkably, it seems that the whiskey was a gift of Her Majesty Queen Victoria herself. Can I open this?
Otto Richter.
There it goes.
This one is rather thick. Mycroft can be truly dogged in his research.
Mycroft's research. Otto Richter is 45 years old, born to a respected family in Bern, Switzerland. Unmarried, no heirs. Medical practitioner. Graduated from the University of Geneva, Switzerland. Graduation was postponed a year due to a minor scandal in one of his placements. Parents died of cholera in 1863. Only remaining family is a half-brother, Klaus, age 35. Present whereabouts of Klaus Richter unknown, last seen on Cordona.
Dossiers on the most influential people on Cordona. Mycroft always had a habit of building files on everyone he met. Oh, I remember these. We used them to spar together until Mycroft found out and forbade us from using real weapons.
Watson and Holmes.
Watkinson and Holman, Chapter 1. I want to steal them.
Oh, Mycroft. You always act so serious. Then we
That's cute.
like this.
John, if I remember correctly, you couldn't put this book down. Another fake Holy Grail. Its owner claimed to be the heir of King Arthur. Scarcely believable. He also insisted a deadly rabbit was hunting him.
It's interesting.
Mother said this was among the hunting trophies of a Scottish viscount.
So he tried to persuade everyone that his forest was inhabited by these beasts. It would have been thrilling, if actually true.
One of the most ridiculous fakes I ever saw. Its owner insisted it was a polar bear. He thought the white paint on the brown fur wasn't noticeable.
I mean, it looks awful. Maybe his eyesight was bad.
The full plate armour of Sir Robert Swanford. I was told my father won it in a wager.
That's
Armour is
fun.
armour, but look at his sword. Oh, how badly I wanted to wield the blade. Maybe you can take it instead of your pistol.
A ripped up diploma. Torn diploma found in the cabinet of curiosities. Someone deliberately ripped it into several pieces. Reassembled and translated, the diploma reads, on behalf of the board of the University of Geneva, Switzerland, we rectors of the university, noting that Mr. Otto Richter has undergone the test required by the laws and regulations, confer to him the degree of Doctor of Medicine with the rights and prerogatives so attached.
It was deliberately torn. Wonder why someone would do that. The Tulpa. Studies in Tibetan mentalism. An impressive number of bookmarks. Someone was rather obsessed with this subject.
Otto Richter's personal notes. Mrs. Holmes is a patient of considerable interest and an ideal test subject to explore some of my theories. I will attempt to repeatedly immerse her in the traumatic situation, oh my god, that precipitated her mental illness. That's awful. It is my belief that reliving that moment may give her mind a chance to embrace what happened, accept it, and effectively cure itself. I'm confident in my hypothesis and merely need to prove it. In addition, it's fortuitous to be around the broader Holmes family. Perhaps I will be able to also examine the heredity of psychological traits, be they competencies or disorders. It is already apparent that all family members share an uncommonly high intelligence. It appears that the mother's condition has begun to affect the mind of the youngest boy, Sherlock. While I cannot conduct a proper medical examination due to the protectiveness of the elder son, it seems that the boy suffers ongoing hallucinations in the form of an imaginary friend, John. My dear brother, I heard you recently arrived on Cordona. Have you come to see me? I do miss our evening conversations, even if we never agreed in our opinions. Cordona is home to a stunning new art gallery, which I visit every Thursday. Meet me there. Oh, and do not seek Klaus. I left that name behind.
Starting to remember something. And this one was brought from a German museum. They claimed it belonged to Vikings. Nonsense, of course. Vikings never had horns on their helmets.
Common misconception.
The so-called mummy of a Persian princess. defrauders did good work, but missed one small detail. It's the mummy of a man. 1852, Bingley, West Yorkshire. This photo caused a lot of fuss. My mother spent some time to prove it was a fake.
Have I examined everything in here?
It's a pity how many amazing things are missing from this room.
Alright, we've picked up loads of things. Key for the cabinet. We need this. No, so not this.
I used this ladder to look at the top shelf, right? On the day of Mother's breakdown upstairs.
Right you are, Sherlock.
I heard a noise. I can't recall of exactly what. And we didn't have a great view from behind the statue. Books and papers from the table somehow ended up on the floor. It's coming to the surface. I feel it.
Okay. Recreation? Hold on. They did say he was on the ladder, so.
You're not even trying, Sherlock.
What? What did I miss?
Concentrate. You're not even trying, Sherry.
Alright, alright. So you're telling me it is the night.
You're not even trying, Sherry.
Okay. So I was right originally, and they weren't actually on the ladder?
Come on,
Oof.
Sherry.
The ladder thing threw me
Let's go
off.
outside. Wait. Did you hear that? Come here, Sherry.
You call this progress? Charlatan, amateur. I'm not letting you anywhere near my mother again.
Good for you, Mycroft.
So there was a quarrel.
Too late, but still. The curious conversation. It all happened shortly after the incident in Violet's room on April 9th. Sherry decided to play with artifacts in the cabinet of curiosities. And of course I went with him. As a result, we became unintentional witnesses to an argument between Mycroft and Otto Richter. Sherlock's brother was angry. He was sure that Dr. Richter had done something dubious to their mother and thought it had backfired. He called Otto a charlatan. That's fair. You don't re-immerse someone in trauma. That's awful. Okay, and then these are the memories we just had. So, okay, we need to. Anything else? Okay, I don't think we can make any other. No. Any other ones. So that's gonna do it for now. Thank you for joining me. I am sorry for how deeply upsetting today's case was. I assure you, I did not enjoy how gross it was. Or the decision I made, or am sure I made the wrong decision. I don't know. It's all terrible. Really, I wish I could have chosen both because both deserve to happen. Yeah, I got nothing. I got nothing left for Sherlock today. But thank you for joining me. I will be back tomorrow evening with more Rogue Legacy 2. We'll hopefully defeat the Prime fight for Estuary Lamech tomorrow. So if you would enjoy that, then I'll see you then. Bye-bye.